Viewfinity Privilege Management Reporting and Compliance. The Privilege Management Toolset gives Viewfinity administrators the ability to very granularly give permissions back to the end user, but in doing so we need to create a robust audit trail to find out how end users are actually using these permissions. Let's take a look at some of our reporting options. We have over 40 canned reports which are available to the Viewfinity administrator. They really break up into two different pieces. Top half of this reporting is a hardware and software asset inventory. Some of the things I like to highlight is software inventory on my computers. This will give us an enterprise-wide look at all software installed enterprise-wide. Let's take a look at one of these reports. As we can see here, within my environment I have 4 different users that are member of local administrators. 3 are domain users and 1 is a local user. We could drill down into any one of these reports and find out exactly where they're a member of local administrator. Each of these reports can be exported out in PDF, Excel, or Word. We can also audit how UAC is being used on a per computer or per application basis. Now let's take a look at policy auditing within Viewfinity itself. Some of the things I'd like to highlight is policy summary, so we can find out what policies are in the environment, whether or not they're active, or we can actually look at the applied elevated privileges to find out exactly how somebody's using this privilege. In this applied elevated privileges report, we're going to find a couple of key pieces of information. One, the green check mark is going to indicate that a policy is active. In the third column, we can see who these are applied against. And in the last column, we're going to find out how many computers these were actually applied on. Taking a look at the on-demand policy, I'm going to drill down in this report and find out what computers have had this policy applied. In my case, we can see that's my Windows 7 machine and that there's been 26 events. Drilling down to the last level of this report will tell us exactly how this on-demand elevation has been used. We can see a timestamp, who the user was, what they've done, and if you've required justification before elevating, we'll also see that as well. We can also look at our reports through the dashboard, which will give us a graphical display of many of the reports which we saw under the Reports tab earlier. We can also record an audit video so when an end user elevates a process, we can have a full screen capture of this session while the application is running. The videos themselves will be located in one of 3 locations: on the desktop where it came from, up to a network share, or at the Viewfinity servers on premise. We can also upload directly to the Viewfinity server itself.